Look, this is absolutely not fitting into the theme of my program tonight. I tell you what you do, all your big writing, skills right here. Why don't you do something from the Bible? I tell you what, why don't you write something from one of the Bible stories? I tell you what to do it musically too.
Oh, musically, yeah, musically. Okay, yeah, musically Bible
I'll tell you what I
story.
want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to write something musically about the story of the prodigal son.
Prodigal son.
That would be a good thing.
What did the prodigal son do?
The prodigal son, in the Bible, the young boy that ran away from home.
Oh, Pinocchio. Yeah.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, he ran away from home and he'd lie and his nose would grow like this.
That's not in the Bible.
He got swallowed up by a whale.
That's not in the Bible.
Yeah, it is. He got swallowed up by a whale.
You're thinking of Jonah.
Did he get swallowed by a whale?
Yes.
So did Pinocchio. He got swallowed by a whale.
I want you to write on the prodigal son.
Boy, run away from home.
Look, I have my Bible I was going to use later.
Run away from home.
Look it up. It'll help you. Luke, the 15th chapter, beginning with verse 11.
And you said musically.
Musically. I tell you what, do it in F. We never do anything in F. Do it in F.
Musically F.
Prodigal son.
Yes, sir.
Musically in F. Another song that everyone will remember. Anytime you're feeling lonely, anytime you're feeling blue, anytime you feel downhearted, that will prove your love for me is true. Anytime is the right time. Anytime at all will do. Anytime you say that you want me back again, that's the time I'll come back home to you. Anytime you're ready. I'm talking about now.
Oh, today.
Now.
Okay. Boy, that's a tough paragraph.
I'm looking forward to this. Prodigal son in F.
Okay. I wrote a prodigal son in F.
That's what I told you to write.
Feeling footloose and frisky, a feather-brained fellow forced his fond father to fork over the farthings, and flew far to foreign fields, and frittered his fortune, feasting fabulously with faithless friends. Fleeced by his fellows in folly and facing famine, he found himself a feed-flinger in a filthy farmyard. Fairly famishing, he fain would have filled his frame with foraged food from the fodder fragments. Phooey, my father's flunkies fare far finer. The frazzled fugitive forlornly fumble, frankly facing facts. Frustrated by failure and filled with foreboding, he fled forthward to his family. Falling at his father's feet, he forlornly fumbled, "Father, I've flunked."
That's enough. That's enough of that. Put it away. Put it away. Song that I started to do as we open up tonight. I want you to help me do this one right here. Oh, let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose, frowners never win. So let the sun shine in. Why aren't you singing with me?
Because I ain't got no music.
Oh, see, that's another reason I didn't invite you to come do this program with me tonight. You embarrass me the way you talk.
Well,
I ain't got no music.
Well, I ain't.
That's not correct. It's I don't have any music, you see? It's I don't have any music, you don't have any music, they don't have any music. You see that? I don't have any music, you don't have any music, they don't have any music. You understand what I'm saying here?
Mm-hmm, sure do.
What?
Somebody's come in here and stolen everybody's music.
Look, all through school, I can remember you struggling. You didn't pay attention. You didn't understand things and things like that. Especially, I remember in mathematics. Boy, you struggled in math class.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like my math. I remember my 4th grade math teacher, though. I remember
4th grade teacher?
Yeah, I was 4th grade math teacher. Whew, she was pretty. Yes, sir, boy. I had a crush on my 4th grade math teacher.
A lot of students have crushes on their teachers.
I know. I wanted to marry my 4th grade math teacher.
Marry her?
Mm-hmm, sure did.
Boy.
I went home one day and said, Daddy, I'm going to marry my 4th grade math teacher.
I bet he set you straight, huh?
He did. He said, son, you can't do that.
And?
Because I'm 11 years older than she was.
I know you had a lot of problem in math, and just to kind of prove my point, let me share something.
Yeah, but I
with you.
remember when I got up in high school, though, I was in math. I got a reward.
Oh, a math award.
Yeah, I got a reward in math. We have one of them bees where they do this, tell you how much is it, like to ask you the question, what's 12 times 12? And I said 132.
That's not the right answer.
I know, but I was the closest one in the class.
Let me prove something here. If I had 3 dogs and I gave 3 dogs to you today, and I gave you 2 dogs tomorrow, how many dogs would you have?
This edition, I have 3.
I have 3 dogs today. I gave you 3 dogs today, and I gave you 3 dogs tomorrow. 2 dogs tomorrow, let's say. 3 dogs today, 2 dogs tomorrow. How many dogs would you have?
I had 7.
Oh, come on. How could you possibly have 7?
Because I already got 2 dogs at home.
I can remember, and you still having a problem in this area of fractions. I remember in school, boy, you really struggle with fractions. But let me try to help you. If I had a piece of paper and I tore it into 4 equal parts, what would each part represent?
Oh, okay. 4.
Fourths.
Fourths.
Okay. If I tore it into 8 equal parts, what would each part represent?
8.
Eighths. Okay, let's go big. How about 1,000 equal parts? What would you have?
It'd have confetti.
One of the fun things I remember doing in school was, counting like by 5s. Can you count by 5s?
Yeah, I've been learning that.
Well, let me hear you count by 5s.
Count by 5s. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
That's good, but can you count higher than that?
But sure, I can count higher than that.
Let me see you.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Let me tell you, and what I've kind of analyzed and evaluated about this situation in school, your problem with mathematics came from your lack of understanding what you read. You know why that was? Because you never read any good books in school.
Yeah, I did. I read a book, Superman, Spider-Man. I remember them.
I'm talking about good books like Dickens, Copperfield.
Oh.
Do you read Poe?
Well, I used to, but I read much better now.
Your problem, though, in understanding is you've never read any books with depth to them.
Oh, yes, I have. I finished the book last night. They had depth.
And what was the name of that?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
At Mississippi State, I'm sure you studied literature. Is that right up there?
Yeah, we sure do. Literature. We taught about Shakespeare, too.
Oh, Shakespeare.
Sure did.
You learned about Shakespeare,
Yes, sir. I
Good
can
writing.
speak Shakespeare.
Let me ask you this. Oh, what?
I can speak Shakespeare. Yes, sir.
Well, speak some Shakespeare for me.
Like, you know what they used to do and say and all that?
What is that?
They'd say, hark.
Who said it?
All of them did. They had a lot of...
Well, look, in all of your reading, all of these good books you supposedly have read, what have you learned in all of your reading here?
Oh, I read a how-to-do book, and I have learned how to keep a whole room full of women silent.
Well, how do you do that?
You ask the oldest one to speak first.
A Johnny Cash song came out in my school days back when I was in college, and I wanted you to use your whistle.
Oh,
Bring
yeah,
your
I
whistle
got it right. Yes, sir, I got it right.
on this little song here, a little Johnny Cash song right here. You help me out with a little whistle. You got the whistle? Little bumper tune your guitar again. Hear that whistle blowing, coming round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. And that train you're not doing the whistle. It's what you have the whistle in your mouth for.
It's hard to do both of these at the same time. Tell me when to do the whistle.
I'll just kind of nod my head like this when it's time. I'll kind of do like this.
And then what?
I do like that. You blow the whistle when I do this.
When what?
Like that. I hadn't done it yet. Okay. Hear that whistle blowing, coming round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. And that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama said, now son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear the whistle blowing, I hang my head and